I just love seeing like how motivated everyone is and how ambitious everyone is.
I'm evolving as a person. Now I'm gonna get to see who's really my friend.
Listen,
Like, if you have a dream, you gotta make it happen.
You got to make it happen.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having an amazing day. So as you can see, the setup today is a little bit different. If you don't already know, I have a podcast called the I Am Podcast. And today we are going to be having our first video podcast here on YouTube. And I have a special guest with me. Her name is Kaemia, otherwise known as Gains by Kames. She is a health and fitness enthusiast, trainer, and makes a lot of faith-based encouraging content on Instagram, and is also one of my dear friends. Today we're going to be talking about community and friendship, so let's get into today's discussion.
Hey guys, my name is Kaemia, as Jaazy introduced. I'm so excited. This is so cool.
It is so cool.
Like, I walked in and I was like, okay, Jaazy. She ate with the setup.
In the dorm room.
Listen.
Like, if you have a dream, you got to make it happen.
You got to make it happen.
Thank you for coming onto the I Am Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about friendship. I know we're both women of faith, but also we both knew each other freshman year of college. So
Y'all.
Which we're not going to be exposing ourselves today.
We're not.
But
growth.
Today we're growth. So today we're going to be talking about how when you kind of are growing as a person, whether it's because you are being like choosing to commit stronger to your faith, or because you're just going through personal changes in life, how do you navigate those friendships around you? Because it's like people don't want to drop people off or like feel like a mean person, but you also don't want to feel held back as you're going through those changes. So today we're really going to be kind of breaking down some of the stigmas about that process and giving y'all some advice, some practicals on how you can do that better. So first, let's talk about, what does friendship mean to you?
I feel like, to me, friendship is the family that you get to choose. You know, because like God gives us our own family. Yeah. Right. And I appreciate my family. I love them to death. But with friends, it's like you get to choose your friends. Yeah. And you get to choose who you keep in your life and who you don't keep in your life, who's helping you grow and who's not helping you grow. And so definitely with like, as I've grown, I'm very cognizant of the fact that like, if someone isn't helping me to be better, then there's just no need to keep them in my life. Right. Because it's my choice at the end of the day. Like, I'm not forced to keep them in my life. Like, I wasn't born with these people. You know what I mean? Like, they're not my cousin. They're not my mom. Yeah,
there's no blood.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. There's nothing that's like tying this person to me. Yeah. Right. But then also, in the same sense, or in the same breath, with choosing friends, you get to choose the kind of personalities you want in your life, the kind of personalities.
I never really thought about that.
You know what I mean?
I feel like we only usually talk about how people treat you, or like how you treat them, or what they do for you. But I never thought about like that personality piece. Yeah. Like how big of a role that can play. Yeah. Too.
And like if like, let's say there's something that you desire or like you want in a person, and no one in your family may have that like certain personality trait, you can find that in a friend.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And like choose to have someone who compliments you in a way that's not familial, which is nice.
No, it's good. Because choosing your friends, I guess, in a sense, is like choosing your environment, kind of like what you surround yourself with. And I also like what you said, because I feel like I made that mistake when like trying to make more friendships, of feeling like that put my family like down, in a sense, like not paying as much attention to my family, maybe because I was like, oh, I need to make friends, but like thinking of friends as like an extension of your family. Exactly. That also makes it a lot like stricter, I feel like, when you're picking your friends.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
It gives you the ability, like warrants people to be more picky. I guess with the
100%. You know, because it's like, I don't title everyone as my friend. Like, I feel like
what are your titles? What are your titles?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you title people? What are the categories? Well, I'm your friend. But.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I have friends, and then I have like school acquaintances, like in class and stuff. Like, I'll talk to you, I'll do work with you, I'll study with you, and stuff like that. And then I have people who I'm just cordial with. Right. You know, who like I see, you know, here and there. I'll say hi to you, right? But I won't title you like as my friend.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because friend is like, I don't think it should be taken lightly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is taken lightly in today's day and age.
It is.
But it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's an extension of your family.
No, yeah.
So if
That's
this is like
so
family, an extension of family, then what? I'm not going to take that lightly.
That's true. I guess as we grow, friends kind of more from like that person you spent a lot of time with together at school to like you're with me for life type of thing.
Exactly.
That's really
especially
true.
with like female friends, like we're talking like bridesmaids at my future wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
so like I
can,
you know what I mean?
I need a few more.
No, like we're talking bridesmaids, we're talking aunts to my future kids, like you know what I mean?
I feel like I never really like thought past, like I've thought bridesmaids before, but I've never thought like family, like family, like that's really true. Why do you think like today, I just thought of this, like even though like we have those categories like friends, acquaintances, like I feel like a lot of times it can be heard in like a negative way. Like to say someone's your acquaintance is almost can be like talking down on that person rather than like appropriately categorizing them in your life.
Yeah, I feel like people just have unwarranted expectations. Like if you go through life and you understand that humans are going to be humans regardless, right? And like when you first meet someone, don't have expectations of that person that you haven't vocalized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't
vocalize your expectations.
Listen, it is so important. Like you can't expect someone to like read your mind, and you can't expect someone to just like know like, oh, because I spend this much time with you like in class, that like to me that means that like you're my friend. But then like to the other person it's like, oh no, like I wouldn't title you like as my friend just because we spend time studying. You know what I mean? And so like if you don't have unwarranted expectations or unvocalized expectations when you meet someone, then like that's not going to be an issue when it comes to like people feeling bad or like feeling like, oh, like she doesn't consider me as my friend. It's like, did we talk about anything deep? like do you know how many siblings I have? Like do you know me? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, it's just like
so
you just can't have that expectation.
I guess going back to that point of like growth, then like let's say like for us like freshman year, we had people who were friends with who we would consider I guess family in that sense. Can you move people back from being like friend, family to acquaintance? Like how do we, I guess like discussing like how do we kind of shift people in those categories as we grow? Because it's like in one stage of my life, like we could be like this, like I could be telling you about like everything, like all the things I'm doing, XYZ, but if I completely change like my standards and my behavior, then like you might not align with that as much anymore. So it's like, how do you, because like your family, like we said, like you can't get rid of like which I'm thankful for, like you can't really get rid of your family. Like those are people you're kind of forced to work through problems with. In friendship, like how do we go about like I guess doing that? Like I know for me, I'm thankful to have had friends that like care about me like more for like deeper than like what we do together. Like if I'm not going out anymore and they're still going out, like they can still be my friend because they care about me as a person, which I think does speak to that family type of bond that you can really have with people. But still sometimes it does like kind of shift.
No, yeah, I mean I think that boundaries definitely have to play a role in that, like as you're growing and stuff like that. But then also I think that as like if you're growing, let's say like you decide to start growing in your faith more, and so you stop participating in certain things, doing certain activities, then the friends that you have around you, if they're true friends, that shouldn't necessarily mean that you and that person stop being friends, right? Because they respect what you're doing, they respect you as a person, and so they're gonna allow you to do that. You know what I mean? Like there's not gonna be a need for the friendship to be over, and you can distance yourself from like the activities that you guys may have done together and find new like different activities that you guys enjoy doing together. Like let's say like I used to party a lot, and like now I'm growing my faith, like I don't party as much anymore, I don't party at all anymore. That doesn't mean that me and my friend who I used to party with can't be friends anymore. or like can't hang out anymore, we just find different things to do. Like instead of maybe going to a party, let's go on a walk and like hang out. Like let's like we just find new activities, right? Because like this is an extension of families. Yeah, I'm not gonna cut you off. But if I do need to cut you off, then to me that just means that the friendship may not have been as true or deep or genuine as I thought it was.
Right.
You know, and I'm gonna love you from afar. Because with where I'm going, with where God is taking me, we just can't be unequally yoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I feel like the whole like unequally yoked term, it doesn't just refer to romantic relationships.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like also with friendships. So it's like if you're really dragging me back, then I'm just gonna have to love you from afar. Like,
right.
It's just
no, that's real. Like
love is still there. I love you to death. but
yeah, there's certain like sacrifices like you can't make, and I think like you said, friendship like changes really does expose like how deep it was in the first place, because like you said, like you can still maintain those friendships and like set up those new boundaries when respect is in place,
right.
And if people don't understand or don't respect you, then it just kind of shows the respect was never there. So kind of maybe if we try to like shift the mindset of like as people are growing and figuring out how to deal with their friendships, from saying like, oh, now I need to figure out how to cut people off, or no, my friendships are going to change, thinking I'm evolving as a person. Now I'm going to get to see who's really my friend. And it's kind of like every time you evolve, like your friends, like the people you have around you, that circle kind of evolves with you.
No, definitely.
And that might mean it withers down a little bit, but it will, like the people who are like really by your side will like stay.
Yeah.
And
honestly, oftentimes like when it comes to growing in faith, as time goes on, I remember one of my friends told me this a while ago. He said that when it comes to like having friends and like people that you grow with, if you are like, so you guys are gonna, one person is always gonna pull someone in one direction.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And so it's like, it depending on how strong each person's like foundation and whatever they believe is. Right. So like, let's say there's two friends, and one person starts growing in their faith a lot, right? And the other person may not really be growing in their faith, or like may not be walking with God a lot. If this person's foundation is like strong in Christ, or whoever's foundation is strong, wherever the foundation is strongest, that is where the pull is going to be. So if I'm growing in my faith and I'm staying faithful to God, and I am praying for myself, for my family, for my friends, my foundation is going to be stronger than the other person's foundation. And so where's the pull going to go? Towards my side. Yeah. And so I feel like oftentimes whenever one person, it doesn't even need to be 2 people, 3 people. If it's just one person who starts growing in their faith, if they just continually do that and keep doing that, like people are going to follow along, right? Because they have that light. True. Like in life, everyone is in search for that light that God has. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So trusting that light more than
more than
people
darkness
around you. That's
because listen, God
and that
is power.
Brings peace. Yeah, I think that's like the big thing. Like when you kind of understand that, it brings a lot of peace. Because I can see even in like our friendship, like over the years, and like the people around us, how like having like pockets of light, like even if one of us was kind of struggling at a moment or dealing with something that the others weren't dealing with, like always having that pockets of light around you, even if we're all growing, like keeps everyone moving forward.
Yeah, no man left behind. What?
Yeah.
What?
Unless you
Jesus
choose
left
to
the
disrespect
99
my boundaries.
Yeah. No, yeah, and like that's just, it just shows the importance of community, and how it's just important to just stay in community, because you won't get left behind if you're in a great community. You know what I mean? Like you just won't.
No, that's good. I guess the only like real difficulty then is in that like isolated situation where someone doesn't either like respect or want to move forward, which like then like what boundaries, I guess like what boundaries have like you set or do you think are good to set?
So okay, I'm gonna say I had 2 friends. Okay. One I had like just started getting to know more, and her and I were pretty close, but I had like a friend who I was closer to, who I'd been close with from when I was younger. Yeah. And as I started to grow in my faith, I was seeing that with the friend who I had been friends with for longer, she wasn't able to appreciate me growing in my faith as
That's
much as the
interesting.
friend who I had just started growing my friendship with.
Yeah.
And so
That's interesting.
And so it hurt a lot because I remember at one point God was like, yo, you are stressing yourself out trying to make this work. Just let go. Focus on me right now for now.
Yeah.
And like I'm just gonna work things out as time goes on, you know what I mean? And so it was really hard. Yo, I cried, Jaazy. I cried. I was like,
can't
this is my
imagine.
girl.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even have to let her go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it was just like even like small things, like small conversations that like I would find myself in with her that just weren't healthy for me at the time.
Yeah.
Especially like when you start growing, like the first steps you take like in your faith
are hard.
They're hard. And so you
hard.
really need to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who are Christ-like, you know, because that's like a pivotal time. Like either you'll go back completely or like you just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like you need to take big steps in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like you need to like
just
bold
cutting
steps.
cutting
cut
things off.
For real.
Yeah.
It can't be like you teetering. No, like you need to just boom.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I had to cut it. And I realized that when I cut it, that was just it. Like there was no effort on like her part trying to like save it, trying to like, you know, like reach out to me. It was just like the minute I just like stopped communicating, that was just it. And I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I was like for real.
Interesting. It seems like it was like a version of you that was in that friendship, but once you morphed, it was like I don't know you anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then with my other friend, she appreciated it so much. Like she would always ask me like about like what I read this morning with like Bible study or like how my faith is going, and honestly hold me accountable as well. Like if I'm telling her like I want to stop doing X, Y, and Z, and then she sees me doing X, Y, and Z, she's like, yo, I thought you said
that's fire.
I thought you said
that's rare.
And she wasn't even like trying to grow in her faith at the time as well. It was just me. But she respected what I was doing and she genuinely like loved me as a friend.
Yeah.
And so because of her love for me as a friend, she wants the best for me. She wants what I want for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she knows that like she knows how important like faith is.
Mm-hmm.
And she also has a background of Christianity, so she understands like the whole wanting to follow God.
Yeah. And like what it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
To actually do that.
Yeah, exactly. So she didn't need to be growing in her faith like or be as strong in her faith for her to respect what I was doing or hold me accountable, you know, as my friend. And so it's just like some boundaries have to be just a complete cut for the time being until you really have a stronger foundation in your faith. But some boundaries are just like, yo, like we can't have some certain conversations. I can't go out with you, you know, at this time. I can't go to this place anymore. And if you can't respect that, then it's like,
you can't do anything about it. Like you have to kind of set your line in the sand. That's kind of interesting though, because I think like a lot of what we've been saying so far has been like pushing each other in faith, but also like seeing how even a friend, like a true friend who wasn't trying to like grow in their faith either, was also able to like push you and help you. So it kind of really shows how it's like there's like principles of friendship. Like it's not just like a Christian issue or a you know, boss babe issue or like anything like that. Like it's just principles of that. So I guess what would be like a few non-negotiables? I feel like we talk all the time about non-negotiables for like relationships and like which those are important, they are, but like in friendships, what are those like non-negotiable things? I mean, I think respect, like first off
100%
is a big one. Just like respect even when you don't understand, I think is like one of the biggest like ways to show like that really respect for another person.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like close friends, like my people, for me, I would say that like being Christian it's just a non-negotiable. Like if you're like gonna be my close friend, like,
and I guess like why do you say that? Because I think some people can hear that and be like, well, like that's like mean like you're like excluding people, like Christians aren't.
No, I'm not necessarily.
I think I understand why you're saying that, because as a person of faith, there is a spiritual covering that you can only get from another believer. So can you like expound a little bit on why you would say like being a Christian would be a non-negotiable for you?
Or like, let me say at least like I don't think I could be close friends with like an atheist.
Right.
close friends, because I like in times of like, let's say I'm struggling, and I need prayer, like I need to be covered in prayer.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to not be able to turn to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to turn to people who I know like the advice that they're giving me, because the Bible talks about confess your sins to one another so that you may be healed.
Yeah.
I can't do that with someone who's an atheist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like confess your sins
never
to one
really
another.
thought of it like
so that you may be healed.
Wow.
And so it's like,
wow. So you can't be healed.
Yeah, I can't be
if
healed.
the people close.
You know what I mean?
This is why we recommend you on the IM podcast, because like I feel like it's hard to hear, but like if you believe that Bible, and this doesn't mean you're not friends with people who are like, or you don't have deep conversations with them. It just means like when you're building that close circle, thinking of like truth wise, like just do the logistics. Like if I know I need moments of healing, then I know I need community.
I need Christian community. Yeah.
And I think
of the faith.
Yeah. I think
and you don't even need to be strong.
Yeah.
That's okay, because I feel like as time goes on, and you know what I mean, like God is just gonna work. You know what I mean? And at some point I wasn't
yeah,
my faith.
Exactly.
So I have to give grace.
That's the thing to remember
when it comes
like,
to that. Yeah.
I
have to give grace when it comes to that. I can't expect everyone to be at like a certain level, and there's people who are a lot more spiritually mature than me. You know what I mean? Who didn't give up on me when I was still kind of starting off in my faith, and they were stronger than me. Like they didn't give up on me. But I also realized that like in those times when they were struggling, I wasn't the first person that they would come to.
Yeah.
Right? They would go to people who are more spiritually mature than I was.
Who are closer, who are unbalanced.
You know what I mean?
Basically.
Because with certain things with the faith, like there's just a certain level of faith and like spiritual maturity that you need, and discernment that you need from other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not going to completely like cut someone off just because they're not on the same level as me. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But with like my bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could listen, because at my wedding, but listen,
that wedding worship.
What? We're gonna cover each other, okay?
Mess up all the makeup.
No, real talk though. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
in that sense, I think that there can be like really like close friends, acquaintances, and then people who I'm cordial with.
Okay, yeah,
you know,
I think
like
that's
my close friends.
Yeah, why is like adding?
Yeah. I think I would definitely need to add that in there.
And I think even like a way to think about it, even just like for the people who are listening, like going back, like whatever your main belief is, or like just thought system is, or like just the foundation that you have for your personal like standards of life, seeing that close friend circle as the people who help hold that pillar up. Kind of like how you have like a bridge and you see the bridge, but under it there's pillars that support it. And so those close friends have to be people who can support whatever that like vision is that you have for your life. So
Yup.
All right, we're back.
Brief intermission.
Brief. The camera chose it, not us. But cool. So respect is one non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the main one. It kind of
honestly
covers.
I can listen, as long as there's respect there, we're cool. You know what I mean? Like
yeah
because
one thing about me, like I love like those conversations about differences and like different topics. So like I feel like as long as there's that like respect and then support,
exactly,
and we're still like filling each other up in a practical way, I feel like keeping any friendship.
Honestly, as long as there's respect there and like just a mutual understanding for each other's values and beliefs, and being able to uphold, like being able to hold each other to like whatever standard that we believe.
Accountability.
Exactly, accountability. Yes. It's Gucci.
I guess when like we're in, because I think there's a big difference between like a college type of environment and then as you go out and like after graduation, like in like the workforce type of environment, and like how do you, I guess, look for friends? Like what do you look for in being like, okay, maybe I'll reach out to be friends with that person?
I like people who are fun. and like
Yeah,
bubbly.
we know.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of my close friends, they're much different from me. Like we all have something in common where like we're all just like weirdos.
Yeah.
Like we're all just like quirky and like weirdos.
Yeah.
But like I'm like pretty I feel like I'm pretty quiet and just like chill. I'm like chill. But like, a lot of my close friends are just like extroverted and like like just much more dramatic than I am.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like they love the long nails, the long lashes, the 30-inch bust down hair.
Like they just be slaying every day.
You know what? Exactly.
People,
yeah. And I'm just like very just like, you know, calm, minimalistic. Like I like my little short nails.
Yeah.
You know, my little short lashes. But and like it just complements. Like we all just like compliment each other. But yeah, so like I like someone who's fun, honestly, just like as far as like personality traits. Someone who's fun, someone who's outgoing. Because when I first get into like a setting, I feel like I'm more of like an observer.
Okay.
So I'm just I just stay pretty quiet at first, and I'm just
situation.
like I'm just like scanning the room. But then like my friends would be like talking to everyone. Oh hey, and I'm like, listen, you do that.
Right.
I love that for you. You know, bring me around people. You know what I mean? Like I kind of not help me, but like by them being outgoing, it like brings me out of my shell as well. Because like I can't be quiet when you're like doing all that. You know what I mean?
I feel like my first year, and second year, my like best friend literally like is how I met like most of my friends. Like she was the only friend I actually had to make. Yeah. And then all of my other friends I met because of her. Yeah. So I feel that like finding those people who are going to push you farther out of your bubble. That's good. I think something I kind of started looking for in friendships also like after making the decision to kind of just grow more as a person. And like I saw this thing the other day on TikTok. I need to get off TikTok, but it was basically this trend. I know.
During that fast, had to let it go.
I need to do that. But people were saying like, y'all remember like this isn't your trial life. Basically just saying like you don't get like this
twice. Like,
this is not your trial life.
Yeah.
And so I think I started looking also for people I kind of looked up to in a way, like people I was like, they seem really cool and like maybe they're more established than me or a little bit seem more grown than me, but like trying to like be friends with people who I'm like I kind of want to get to where you are. Like there's something about you that like I want as an attribute for myself but don't yet have. And like getting yourself in proximity because like you said, like going back to the idea like if someone is stronger in a way, like you'll be pulled towards that, and that applies to things outside of just faith too. That's true. So kind of looking for that in people is something I started to do. Honestly, I think all of my close friends, y'all are all ambitious. This year, everyone's
everyone's in their bag.
Like I don't know what happened this year. Everyone is in their bag. I don't know what's in the 2023 water.
Listen, and like I love seeing that because then, like it like motivates me. You know what I mean? Like like if I'm just like feeling, oh my gosh, like for example, on the way back from Orlando, I saw you were editing, and I was like, I don't want to edit right now, but I saw you like editing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna edit. Like okay, fine. Like I'm gonna edit. So I just love seeing like how motivated everyone is and how ambitious everyone is. Like I want to keep surrounding myself with people, with friends who are ambitious like that. You know what I mean? Because we just be in our bag together. You know?
No, for real.
Just motivating each other and like trying to get to like higher heights. And like everyone has like their own like special talent, you know what I mean? So like with editing, like I'm gonna come to you and ask you because girl, you ate that audit, girl.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So like definitely with like having friends who you know who have like strong assets. And because that could also help you, you know what I mean? But then also people who I don't have to feel like I'm competing with. Like I think it's so important to like just appreciate the talents and gifts that everyone has and not want to be better than that and just be like, it's okay that this person is better at this thing than me. Let me learn from them. Like there's nothing wrong with learning from people, and even if they're your friends, like you don't have to learn from someone who is much more older than you or much older than you. You don't have to learn from someone who is a teacher. Like you can learn from your friends as well. And it doesn't have to be a competition all the time.
No, that's really true.
Actually, it never has to be a competition.
Ever.
And so, definitely looking for people who are ambitious, and people who I don't feel like I'm in competition with, right?
Yeah.
Just being okay with everyone's strengths.
Because I think once you kind of start feeling that like competition, or I was talking with some of the people on my floor, and was like, when people make those like boundaries like for their own self-development, like kind of like editing on the bus is like not a strict boundary, but like you can see like, okay, I'm like dedicated to editing. Like when someone takes offense to that boundary you set, whether it's because it makes them feel inadequate in some way or like just triggers something within themselves, it just makes so much uncomfortability in that friendship. It can make you feel bad for showing up as your best self.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like that's like a trait to just be very wary of, like when if you're around people who you see like kind of putting other people down or not really pursuing what they say they want to pursue, because having that like environment where you don't feel like you can, where you feel like you have to tone yourself down, essentially,
right?
is
No,
like
I never want to have
cool.
to dim
like,
my light because of a friend. Like, no, our lights can both shine.
Yeah.
All of our lights can shine.
Yes.
You know?
Literally.
Like,
play this little light of mine. Like, someone play it. No, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
There's space for
everyone. There really is. Like, the world is so big. And then even like in social media, do you know like
the number of accounts?
Bruh, like
it's crazy.
there's really space for everyone.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everyone has their talents, everyone has their gifts, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And yeah, but then also like within ourselves, like we have to understand that too. Like, you know, it's good to want friends who understand that, but we also have to understand that.
Yeah.
You know, with having friends and with looking to make new friends and meet other people, it's like we have to know that like there's space for them just as much as there's space for me. And
that's good. Fight
and learn from them.
Yeah, that's good.
And communication is just important with that, with each other, and just communicating boundaries, communicating expectations, communicating, you know, what like hurts your feelings, what does like just like small stuff like that, you know. So just keeping that communication is definitely very important.
I guess like in that like communication, like talking, like growing, I guess like with people, when you first meet that person who you're like that could be a good friend, how do you like what's like the best way to go about making that friendship? Because I know for me, I was kind of thought like, okay, like all the good friends I have, like the best friends that I make in life are people I'm just gonna click with, which I found like is not true.
Yeah, most times
at all.
No,
like you have to make very intentional efforts to grow your friendship,
and that's exactly what it is.
And yeah, so like I guess like asking to hang out, like being willing to maybe have like awkward coffee, whatever, where you don't really know what the other person's gonna say, but you're just trying to get to know people.
In the beginning, it's definitely in the beginning of a friendship, like it's like kind of awkward.
It's like it's not dating.
But like it's like it's like friend dating.
Like friend dating. It's like Bumble friend.
Like it can be awkward, but I don't like I try not to make it weird and like pushy where it's like, oh, like I have in my mind like this person is gonna be my best friend. Like, nah, just chill.
That's
like
creepy.
You know, exactly. You know what I mean? Like we're just chill, you know, I'll check in on you. Hey, how you doing? What's going on with this? And like you said, showing intention. Let's say this person is like an influencer or makes content or whatever, like showing interest in what they're making, asking them questions about themselves, getting to know them, you know. And I just feel like as time goes on, if you guys are supposed to end up as close friends, and that's what's gonna happen. Because honestly, like when I think to all of my close friends, like how we are now, and I think back to how we even became how we are now, I'm like when I can't pinpoint a specific time, you know, because it was just natural.
True. Even with us, I really can't think.
I can't either. I can't like pinpoint
like, it just
a time.
Blends
it just happens. You know, as time goes on, and as you just continue with that intention with each other. That's just what it's gonna be.
So I guess just trusting it'll happen. And I think also a big thing like to think about is making sure that like you're not pursuing friendships like out of a place of like I need this person to like fill XYZ, because then that's when it can kind of become a little bit of an unnatural process. Like just how in relationships they say like you don't want to like be like pursuing a relationship because you need a relationship. It's because you know it adds to your life. Yeah. So same with friendships, like, and it allows it to flow freely and to grow naturally and to like become like a really beautiful thing.
Honestly, yeah. I love all my friends. Y'all are great.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
I feel like this year because like I think I have a pretty solid like base of like close friends, and like this year my goal and my hope is just to pour into that more. Like pour, because I feel like for a while I was like God, like I just want like godly friends, God, like I just want friends, and he was like, you have friends, just open your eyes
to the people around you.
You know what I mean? Like you just like literally just open your eyes, and I'm just like,
learning to be grateful for the people around you is a struggle.
It is.
I've noticed. Like I think social media as well, and seeing like friendships on social media, even like girls that are always going to brunch or like XYZ, can make unrealistic expectations because one, you're not there with them, and two, I think it makes us think there are a lot more people in the world who have these like great characteristics than there actually are. If you look on social media, you might see a ton of people who are like have good godly friendships and like all of that stuff, but when you look at your circle around you, like I feel like our circle of godly friends is like one of the only ones I actually see. And I see a few others, but it's very rare to find that. So like keeping our eyes on reality, I think in this day and age will also help a lot of people with like just appreciating the people that are around
them and not wanting more than, and honestly not wanting more than what you can handle, because you want all these new friends. Can you handle all these new friends? Like have you poured into the two that you currently have?
Wow. Wait, say that one more time.
Have you poured into the two friends that you currently have?
Yeah, that was like convicting. That's why I need to repeat it.
You want 3, 4, 5 more friends?
Yeah,
but you haven't poured into the two that you have currently.
Yeah.
So how are you going to be able to steward
faithful
in the little
are faithful
in the much, in the abundance?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, but like really though. Really though. And I had to really
that's a reflection point.
Yeah, God really had to help me grow in that aspect of like, because I wanted all these new friends, and he was like, you haven't even poured into who you have. Like there's no intentionality there. Like you don't check up on them, like you don't call them that much, you don't even ask to hang out with them that much, but then you want me to add 3 more people so you can do the same thing with those 3 more people, and just have a bunch of surface level
friendship
people around,
acquaintances. At
that point, honestly though. So it's just good. Like, and I feel like that goes for not even just friendship, just things in general that we want. It's like, I think it's always good, like as you're asking for things and wanting things, thinking about what you may currently have that you haven't fully poured into yet.
Wow.
Full, like what you haven't like steward well.
What you have now.
And
pour into what you have now.
Y'all,
we have to reflect on that this week. Pour into what you have now.
And that's why this year, like, I'm really trying to be a lot more intentional with the friendships that I have. And pouring into all of you guys, you know? Yeah.
That's good. So more of the story, like, as much as we can say what we want in friendships, we also have to be that friend for others.
Oh my gosh,
And from there, I think we'll all be able to get good friendships in 2023. And grow the ones that we do have. But this was great.
This was good.
This was really good. This is a successful first video podcast.
And I was so nervous, y'all. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Listen, where the spirit of the Lord is, okay?
Freedom. I should not have sang it. Kaemia, thank you so much for coming. Is there any last word you would want to say, or also like shouting out your socials, and a little more about what you do, just so the people can follow you?
So I have a fitness page, Gains by Kaems. Regular page is just my name, Kaemia, Kaemiaa. I just post fitness content. I have been a fitness gym body enthusiast for years now. I don't even like, I can't even think back to a specific like age. Maybe when I was like 15, 16. I started strength training when I was 16 or 17 in high school. That's kind of where I fell in love with the gym and lifting, but I've always had an interest for like the body, how it moves, health. I'm a nursing major, so I just love like the body and like learning
She
about the
does.
body
A lot. Like,
yeah, I really
it's
do.
weird. No,
I really do. And so
she knows her stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Kaemia knows her
Thank
stuff.
you. So I've done a lot of research, you guys, on the body, training it, how pressure and stuff affects the body, how weights affect the body and the muscles and all that stuff. And so yeah, it's just my passion. And I love Jesus too. So just incorporating both of them, I feel like it's necessary to incorporate God into that, because who created us? Who made these bodies? God, you know.
Good.
And so yeah, I want to help people have a more healthy, realistic, godly approach when it comes to working out and how they view themselves, you know, and not viewing themselves from such a negative light, because God doesn't view us in a negative light.
That's good.
You know, so yeah, I just
Cool.
yeah,
Awesome.
that's what I
I'm
do.
gonna try to put some of her like videos up while you were talking, and then also all of the handles will be in the description box down below. So y'all better go check it out. And we gotta stay right, 2023. So now you don't have an excuse.
You don't.
Because she
You
will
don't.
get you.
I will get you right. Okay.
Period. But yeah, Kaemia,
Thank you so much, Jaazy, for having me.
Thank you. This was really fun.
This was amazing.
We'll do another topic together, probably.
Yeah, and the next topic, y'all are not ready for that one.
No, you're really not.
That one?
We had to say we're gonna save it. We can't say what it is, but we were like, we need to save it because it's a heavy hitter.
No, it's a real heavy hitter.
Yeah, in today's society,
but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be enlightening. Like it's gonna be
very
enlightening,
feeling,
empowering. There's gonna be fruits will come from it, I believe. But just gonna be praying over that, because that one's gonna be good.
Just I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, girl. This was nice.
Yes, it was fun. Thank y'all so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. Leave any thoughts that you have in the comments down below, and also let me know what you want to see in future video podcast episodes, and any advice that you would have for improving the episodes and y'all's viewing experience. But I hope that you like this new content. There is much more to come, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Stay blessed.